Do you think psychedelics would have a good impact on you in your life?
I think it would in most lives, and I think it would for me as well.
You would be willing to try them?
Certainly, yeah.
David Shore is an Army veteran who served in the Gulf War, and he's a former 4-term sheriff from St. Johns County.
This is a great city.
In the early days of his career, he patrolled these streets of St. Augustine.
Did you see a lot of drugs?
Oh, yeah.
In 2014, he spent a year as president of the Florida Sheriff's Association. Today, he's advocating that a Schedule I drug, so-called magic mushrooms, be legalized as medicine.
And I think law enforcement will take anything we can get to help people suffering mental illness, because 60% of the things we deal with involve mental illness.
Yeah. When you hear magic mushrooms, you probably picture hippies and tie-dyed t-shirts, but legalization would look a lot more like this. A patient on a couch, a trained therapist at their side. After a dose of the mushroom's hallucinogenic compound psilocybin, the patient gets a blindfold, headphones with music, and goes on a carefully guided trip.
What these substances seem to do is to be able to create additional pathways in the mind that allow you to perceive things and appreciate things at different levels. And some of those levels allow you to leave the experience and be more productive, be happier, be more comfortable in your own skin. How can that not be a good thing?
There's a growing body of research backing him up. These studies out of Johns Hopkins show promising results treating major depression and tobacco addiction. And in this study from the University of South Florida, researchers discovered psilocybin helped grow neurons in the brain and ease the fear response in mice, suggesting uses for treating conditions like PTSD.
I've been through chemical war. I've done everything there. Helicopter crash, just you name it.
Sheriff Shore, who suffers from PTSD himself, wants to see Florida follow the state of Oregon and legalize controlled psilocybin therapy.
I've had folks that I've worked with take their own life. Soldiers that I served with took their own life. And I've seen hundreds of folks over the years, thousands of folks that I think would have benefited from this.
We have an opportunity to be ahead of the game, especially with our veteran community.
State Representative Mike Grieco from Miami Beach introduced a bill last session to establish psilocybin therapy in Florida. The proposal never made it to committee, but it started a bipartisan conversation that Grieco says should move the bill forward next year.
Florida's legislature is conservative. Does this stand a chance?
So Florida's legislature is conservative when it comes to partisan politics, but what it's not conservative about is about helping people. And I can tell you that it is a nonpartisan issue when it comes to the treatment of those who need it, including our veterans.
How confident are you that in the near future, we will see magic mushrooms become the new medical marijuana?
So I'm actually more confident about this type of legislation and this type of therapy than I am about medical marijuana. This is about science, this is about treatment, this is about helping people.
Have you taken mushrooms?
Yes.
Can you tell me what it was like?
Dr. Jeffrey Camlett has been studying psychedelics for 25 years. He says he has seen psilocybin ease, even cure, mental illnesses like PTSD.
You'll be listening to music, and all of a sudden, you'll start to see beautiful visions, thousands of visions a second in perfect symmetry, in colors that don't exist, and it's incredibly beautiful.
But how does that experience, going there, how does that help you with PTSD?
So we believe there are certain receptor sites in the brain that get damaged by these traumas. By lighting up these receptors again, I may be curing the brain. It's called neuroplasticity. If I can turn a switch on that turn this brain switch back on in your brain that was shut off by the trauma, I get sustainable results. One single flood dose of psilocybin is like getting 10 years of perfect psychoanalysis done in one day.
From his office in Miami, where he treats patients with another drug, better known for its illicit use, ketamine or Special K, Dr. Camlett wishes he had the option to use psilocybin in the same way. He believes it would help achieve significant results with one treatment a month for about 3 months. Everyone involved in this research agrees that more study needs to be done on the therapeutic use of psilocybin, but there's no question that while patients are seeing mystical visions, doctors are seeing results.